Hello again! It's Super Metroid Randomizer with Games of Doom. You're here with me, Man of Doom of Games of Doom. I've not said Games of Doom a lot in quite a while, so I'm trying to get back on the branding. Is it working? Is it working yet? Anyway, here we are with a randomizer. We just got some beam upgrades, which was pretty tasty. We screwed up that mock ball just then, so that was nice. Yeah, we're not doing too bad. We could do with a little bit more health if we can do a hell run. Oh, you know what would be even better? Barrier suit. So we don't have to worry about the heat. But we're going to check ice first because it's the easiest item around here to take a look at. Made a mistake. Morph slightly too late. You got to morph for the bads. Yeah, I think I know what I've done wrong. There we go. Wasn't aiming at the floor, was I? You silly sausage. Look, this room is too hot. It's very toasty inside this suit right now. So we need to get out of the heat or find something that can help us deal with it. Well, an edge attack's not going to hurt. But it's not really what we want. Although we do have an option actually. We could go to Rick Chip and do that first. We've got all the equipment we need to get in there. Because we've got grappling beam. That's all you need. So maybe we'll go do that. Instead of trying to do hell runs, which often just get you killed. And that ain't no fun. You all don't want to see me get killed. Probably. Do we get bombs? Oh, we did. Lovely. So yeah, what we're going to do, instead of grinding for health and kind of doing that. Oh, we've got enough missiles to deal with that too. Yeah, instead of grinding for health and deal with all that bullshit, because that's no fun, we're going to work our way back up through Red Tower, and we shall go to do Wrecked Ship. There's a whole bunch of equipment in Wrecked Ship. And there's a reasonable chance I might get killed by Phantoon. But I'm alright at finding him now. I've probably got this covered. No. Stop that. What are you doing? Come on, Samus, you got this. I believe in you. I might be able to do Gauntlet as well, actually. Gauntlet's an area it's literally in the starting area of the game where the spaceship is. You have to just climb up a whole bunch of stuff to get there. But I got high jump boots and stuff, so I should be able to do it. I've done it before. Did it the other day. I need to turn off screw attack for this, because these platforms, you can fall through with screw attack. Which is really helpful for getting back, and it looks kind of cool. But it's a huge pain in the arse otherwise. We've got ice beam, so we don't even need to do the fancy tricks. The wall jump and the hero shot to break through that there, which do the way you're supposed to do it. By freezing these dudes. That's one of the most irritating rooms of the game. Because you can fall into those ugly flower things and they'll just nom on you for a little bit. It's kind of gross. They make a weird sucking noise as they do it. It's not the best thing ever. But that's what it is. Now, for some reason, screw attack, I assume because it's one of the last items in the game, when you got it in your suit menu, but you don't have a lot of other items, sometimes you can't turn off screw attack, you can't select it. The cursor just won't go there. It's really weird. Right, just have a little drink. So if you get screw attack first, it's really hard to actually turn it off. If you don't have the right item configurations, you can't select it in the menu. Which is just strange. Oh well. Let's see about Gauntlet. Let's see what's up there. Might be something really good. Ideally it'd be either... Well, it can't be a suit, because you don't get suits in criteria in the randomizer. They make sure to put them elsewhere. So, not only can you not get them straight away, because that would nerf a lot of the difficulty in the game. You know that they're not there at least, so you know where you can check. You know they're not going to be a gauntlet. Or bomb trizo or something like that. Because some people do choose to skip bomb trizo. I mean, sometimes the thing it gives you rush, there's a good chance it's going to be an energy tank. So that's kind of bollocks. You don't necessarily want that. Just going to try and do this rather fiddly wall jump. There we go. Got it. And then look, there's a secret bit where you can just go through the wall. Which with screw attack is a lot simpler because you don't need ammunition. It also makes Gauntlet a hell of a lot easier because there's loads of those destructible walls in here and you have to go through, well, tons of them. If you weren't there, you'd be using bombs and that takes forever. And there's all this fucking acid. This is not a nice place to be without a suit. Or basically quite a lot of stuff really. But in the randomizer it's very helpful because it's here, it's right at the start of the game. And sometimes it's something really useful, sometimes it's something shit like an energy tank. Yeah. Better than nothing. I got enough energy to survive a hell run now at least. My movement isn't good enough to make it through with only a couple like someone who's really good would be able to. Oh, come on! I had to do a fucking somersault. There we go. Too close to the wall. Sod off. It's alright if I lose a bunch of health here because I can get it back at my spaceship. So I'm not too worried about that. I mean, now we know that that's nothing of real value, we can head off to the wrecked ship and we can fight a spooky ghost. Wrecked ship is the smallest area of the game, other than Taurian, because Taurian doesn't really count because it's entirely linear. But it's also one of the coolest areas. It's got a lot of unique... Well, it's a very unique environment. I mean, obviously, Zebes isn't already an alien planet. But it's an alien spaceship from another planet that landed on this alien planet. So it looks completely different from anything else in the game. I think it's really well done. And it's kind of creepy as well. A lot of this game has just really good atmosphere. Like when you're playing it as a kid, it's kind of it is the kind of thing that would kind of creep you out quite a lot. A lot of the things in this game, partly because of the music and the incidental sort of stuff. But it's just generally very well put together. Wreck Ship is a pretty creepy area of the game. Especially for everything's turned on and there are literal alien ghosts just floating around the place. And we've got grappling beam, so we can just go across. Nice and easy. Well, you say nice and easy, but then you go and fall in a lake. How awkward. Trying to be a little bit careful here, because I don't want to fall in the lake again and look really silly. Here we go. It's the wrecked ship. It's a ship, but it's wrecked, you know? Look, a spooky ghost! Oh no! Not sure why I did that, because I've got wavy the voice. Oh well, doesn't matter, because I've got bombs and all that shit. I think we're all good. Just trying to remember, I did save at my spaceship, so that's certainly handy. Because Phantoon is kind of dangerous. I find Phantoon probably the most annoying boss in the game. Ridley can do some bad moves on you. But he's a lot easier to hit. Phantoon, the problem with Phantoon is that you get very few opportunities to actually hit him and then. At least with Screw Attack you can jump through all these little things. You don't destroy them, which is kind of annoying. It would be much more convenient if you went through them and they turned into things. That would be so helpful. But I guess because the game doesn't assume you're going to have Screw Attack by the time you get here, they're not coded to respond to it. Like I said, Screw Attack's one of the last items you're supposed to get when you're playing the game properly. Doing pretty well so far. He's probably at like 70% health, maybe a bit less. Oops, that was the wrong thing. Do some of that, not actual missile. Just want to make sure I've got enough ammo. So you might think the best thing to do is hit him with super missiles, but that just makes him really fucking angry, and then he does this incredibly irritating attack pattern where he goes to the ceiling and just shoots loads of these at you for ages, and it's not really that helpful. So if you just pound loads of missiles into his stupid face, that's a way better way of dealing with him. He's turned a bit red now, which means he's, you know, pretty badly injured. Which I certainly favour. If he's very badly injured, yeah, that means he's very close to being more dead level of injured. You know, the kind of injury that makes you be not just a spooky ghost, but a dead ghost. The deadest of ghosts. Fuck off. There we go, look, he's dead. I got you, you fucking dickhead. You big ugly ghost, not bad. I'm pretty sure in my earlier Let's Play I died like multiple times against Phantoon. And I probably had various suit at the time as well. So I would have been taking something like half damage from him. So this was a much better performance. Although of course in my previous Let's Play I probably shot him with super missiles or charge shots or something and just pissed him off, got that really annoying attack pattern where you are almost guaranteed to take damage. It's weird. I was playing the European version last time. I think his attack patterns are very slightly different in the European version. Because I remember being able to dodge his attack. He goes up to the ceiling and he sort of like sweeps loads of those little wisp things across the room at you. You can swap which corner of the room you're hiding in while he does that. And you can dodge it. But in this, the Japanese-American version, you can't do that because the pattern's different. So I think maybe because of the frame rate difference between the two, it means the actual attacks line up in a different way. Which I look kind of curious. And it makes this version of the game a bit harder. If you can do it the vanilla way. Because it means you don't want to get him angry at all, because it's really hard to do anything about it. You got to kind of try and fire through his attacks. Or time it so you can take out a bunch of them at once. Right, we're going this way. We just saved, because this is probably the most deadly room in the game. It's literally called the Spiky Death Room by people who run the game. I mean, the spikes do hurt quite a bit, but if those platforms land on you, you will take maybe 2 energy tanks worth of damage. Like, look, I just took a whole ton of damage there, and then I got stuck, and then I died. Yeah. I'm at low health, but I want to get through this room. I want to see what's on the other side. So I'm going to try it again. I don't have enough resources to Crystal Flash, so I can't max out my health, which is a bit of a shame. If I had another 5 more power bombs, I'd be able to do that, which would be nice, but never mind. Let's try and do a better job this time. It'd also be helpful if I had a spring ball. That can be helpful getting through this, because obviously you can become much more small. Helps you get around things a bit easier. Come on. Just gotta go quick and try not to get hit by the bottom of those things. There we go. 4 health, look at that. Anything that hits us will kill us now. So try not to get hit by that tiny little spark, because that'd be awkward. Oh, yeah, there we go. What a dickhead. Maybe I'll come back. Or maybe I'll just try and do a better job. I don't know. It's awkward because there's no real good way through this room. Unless you've got space jump. Which I don't. As you can see, this tiny bit of the game is more difficult than the actual boss fights. Because you're supposed to come here when you're wearing a suit. And I don't got one. You know what, I have an idea though. There's some other resources around here. That might, if they're not something useful equipment-wise, there might be an energy tank. Which you get back at full health, and then I won't have to worry about the spiky death room so much. Mess that up. Come on, through the thing. It's an energy tank, so it's not going to protect me from getting damage, but it is getting me enough health that I can tank my way through. Now. Stupid robot. If I can avoid just walking into everything, maybe. That would probably help too. I'm going to save again. Trying to do this more straightforward, try not to use save states this time. Because in some of my practice runs I've been using save states just to get rid of grinding. But I'm trying to do a better route where I don't have to do much farming or anything. And I'm pretty good at most of the tricks now. So I don't die as often. So that's pretty good. Let's try the spiky death room again. I'm sure you can see why it's called that now. Because there's other spikes, and it causes you to die. Oh, fuck off. There we go, made it. I can afford to be slightly less cautious in this room. Because I won't be killed as soon as I touch anything. I just need to get across this room. Which there are a different kind of spikes at the bottom of this big pool of water, but they're much less threatening. Ah, oh, fucked it up. No! Don't kill me! Yeah, it'll be good if I turn high jump boots off, so I don't hit the ceiling. See, look at that, it goes straight from bomb down to high jump boots. It's got a real problem with screw attack. Oh, hell. This isn't good. I don't even know what's over there. I hope it's something decent, like Vario gravity suit. Because I've got to get back through Spiky Death Room. Still, you got to do it twice. Oh fucking hell! At least these spikes are way less deadly. Come on. It's Fairy Suit, fantastic. That's going to cause me to take half damage from all environmental sorts of damage. And I think from enemies as well. In fact, I think the damage caused by environmental effects has actually decreased even further than that. To make up for the fact that Gravity Suit works slightly differently. They've taken that off Gravity Suit. It's because you may not end up with one or both of the suits. So Gravity Suit is almost exclusively for dealing with the water physics, which, as you can see, are horrible. And various suits mainly to provide protection. Which I think is a sensible change. Because of the randomised nature of the game, and the fact that you can't be guaranteed to find either of them at a reasonable location, it makes sense to adjust their functionality to make the game, oh shit, a lot more playable. So that's a massive decrease in damage. I mean, it's still not great. Like if I was to hit the bottom of these platforms, that would take quite a lot of damage. That would do quite a lot of damage to me. But, you know, I'm out of the danger zone now. I've made it to the other side. We've got that kind of annoying alarm, let's turn that off. Nobody wants that. I will save the game again, because I don't want to do that again. I've got one of the most important items in the game. Various soot. So now I can get back onto just fucking crushing it. Let's get out this stinky old wreck ship. It's the most interesting environments, but it's also small and old and cramped. So let's leave. No, screw attack, come on. There we go. Screw attack is so helpful. You can just go through these enemies. It's fantastic. Okay, we've got a little check to do. Just here. Because we don't know what is a specific item location, which we can only get to using Speed Booster. So that's kind of annoying. Come on. I don't know. Springboard. I'm really bad at bomb jumping. But I need to know if I have to come back here later. Let's try to turn off high jump. Come on. I bet this just looks really silly. Come on. It's going to be a right pain in the ass to get out now, isn't it? Maybe now I've got the rhythm out, not be too bad. Oh dear. What if I just put loads of bombs down? Maybe I'll just go over there at random. Yeah, fuck it. Who cares about doing these properly? That's bullshit. It's an energy tank. Well, that's good news because it means I never need to come back here again. Fuck it. Let's just hammer it and see if we can... Come on. Just go over the thing. I'm gonna launch myself sideways. Nope. Not wearing it. This is the worst. You know, in Zero Mission, bomb jumping is so easy. This is just horrible. Come on. Yeah, now I've thought about it, I would have been almost as well just to reset the game and come back from that fucking save point, as I would be to bomb jump my way out of there. It would have cut some time off the end of the game, wouldn't it? A little in-game timer. Usually the in-game timer for the Vanilla Super Metroid is really inaccurate because it doesn't include things like door transitions and stuff. There is a better timer included in this version of the game because obviously it's for tournaments and shit. It's still not quite real time, so it's not the one they use in races and all sorts of stuff like that. Partially because that would also be silly because they're racing to see who's won. But it's pretty good for assessing how long it's taken you when you're practicing and stuff. So obviously I'm using it because it's easier than recording the whole thing or doing an entire run in one session, which I don't have time to do because my best time so far is 2 hours, which I just don't have. And that will have taken physically maybe like 2.5 hours, up to 3 hours because of deaths and things when you're trying to pull off silly tricks. Or getting distracted, or, you know, obviously I wouldn't have done it in one session because I got other shit to do. So having that little thing there for the timer is very handy because it means I can just figure it out later on. It's all good. And even though I have no expectations that I'll be part of the, you know, any sort of like Super Metroid Randomizer tournaments or anything, that's the entertainment very helpful, but I got Varia, that's what we were here for really. It's still nice to know how fast you're going, because I do enjoy speedrunning, even if I don't have the technical competency or really the time to commit to do it in any sort of a high-level fashion. It's just good times. It's good challenging yourself. And it's nice being able to feel like you learn how to get better at the game and how to pull off cool tricks and stuff. It's a good learning experience. High level play is rewarding in its own sake. It's its own reward, being good at things sometimes. You can just revel in your own competency. Now I should do while I'm down here, see if I can get some more power bombs. Get a couple of upgrades while I'm on my way back to Norfair. As we go down one of the many elevator shafts in the game. Let's see what's in here. Yeah, I said earlier about how a lot of this game's like quite creepy when you're a kid. I found this area really creepy. Like, what is this environment made of? It looks like upholstery. It's so weird. And a lot of Brinstar's like biological matter, because it's all the green areas clearly like, well, there's like rock, but there's also like lots of plants and things. Like, what is this? What's all that stuff at the back? What's that purple thing? It's just, oh, there's something about it. It's just so weird. Another game that does a lot of stuff like that is Super Ghouls and Ghosts. So it's got some really weird, unpleasant sort of areas in it. There's like one where you're literally inside a huge ghost, and it is so strange, like inside its stomach, going through it on a platform, through all its intestines and stuff. I mean, it's good visual design. Some SNES games are just fantastic stuff like that. Really creative and these inventive sort of alien environments that are kind of uncomfortable to be in like this. And this music's weird too. What is all this stuff? What are these bricks? I mean, I can tell this is rocks and moss and things. That's fine. This is the underwater area, which is just unpleasant because it's underwater. But that area where everything looks like it's made out of some big soft cushiony things? Oh, it's weird. I don't need any of that. Let's go save at that place we started this session at. That seems like a good bookend. Back we go to the saving point, killing all these guys who have amazing hair. I mean, look at these guys, they're amazing. I let them live actually because they're really neat. mean, spoilers. Every single thing on this planet other than me dies anyway. So, who really cares? Oh, I got left the room. What was I doing? This is the end of the session. This was a good time. I'll see you, well, in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you again. You didn't ask.